Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the index page of the DCS CH47F Chinook. Usually when you start a new mission, this aircraft CDU will usually setting up into index by default. Power, let's go to the page. Okay, there's two pages. Power. The power of the avionics, EG1, EG2, EGI1, EG12, the navigation system of this aircraft that integrate your INS navigation with the GPS navigation. There's two such system on board. You can switch it off and on. As you can see, if you switch it off, it will advise you in the warning caution light. Radar warning receiver, off, on, as always. HUD. This aircraft doesn't have HUD, so it doesn't need to care about it. TACAN. You can switch it on not from here, but from the flight director where you can control the TACAN system. But we don't need to touch this today. Power stage. INAV. Tell you the performance of the integrated navigation system in the CH47. EG1, EG2, GPS1, GPS2, there is no circle, there is no mistake, there is no imprecision of anything in the system right now. It's completely lined, there is no mistake. If there is some mistake, it will say 0.7 nautical miles, or 0.8 nautical miles, 0.5 nautical miles. There is this circle of imprecision in it, which could be bad for your mission. Of your arrival, you may be a little bit away from the mission point. INU, Integrated Instrument Navigation Unit, all as always, it's perfectly aligned, there's no mistake, and that's for it. Now, start. This is where you are now. This is your current location in longitude and latitude. It could be MGRS, or it could be coordinate and reference. And you can page it down to see is there anything go wrong with it. Data load. Load the data cartridge. You don't need to touch about it, but this is just the data load of your UHF reactor radio, data load of a flight plan or anything else, ACP list, whatever. It works. You don't need to touch it. Alternate flight plan. This is pretty much this is the design for the alternate flight plan system. That will make you more convenient to select it, but you don't need to touch it today. We're not talking about this in this video. Okay, perf program doesn't work right now. Reference select how tells you the way of tells your reference selection method. Heading reference, true heading or magnetic heading. Coordinate reference, latitude, longitude, or MGRS. MGRS, we are currently in the lat long. I pretty much prefer lat long. Flight mode, en route. Terminal, approach. It's just as the name said. I don't really know how it works, but you don't really need to care about it too much. You just keep it en route and it will be just fine. Barrel set, I don't really know how this is, but it could be changed, but it usually doesn't work, so I don't really recommend you touch it, but you don't really need to get into this page for too much. Electromagnetic mission control. You're doing some secret mission, you don't want everybody to detect your radio frequency, so you do all operate, emit at the noble way, radar altitude, remaining electromagnetic wave, and all those things. If it comes econ, then it will be controlled, as always, for some kind of stealth secret ops purpose. Timers, the time of the mission. On. Off. This is pretty much how it works. Lapse. This is pretty much the time counter. And if you want to do time elapse, you press this. This will stop at at your set time. But if you press it back, it will add the time back of your time of interval during your time of interval. For example, if you want to stay at 5 and then we wait for another second, let's say 32, you add it back, it add another 7 minutes 7 seconds back. That's how it works. Now this is the how you work about the timers. There is alarm, you can put it on, but I don't really know how it works, but you didn't need to make it work. Progress, the current state of your navigation stat. There's some bug about there, but you don't need to worry about it too much. It will be fixed. Yeah, this is pretty bad. You know, there's a lot of problem with this module. Timers, zero rise. If you say you crashed and you're in your enemy territory, you want to press auto present to zeroize your data to make sure that nobody is actually can steal your data. Model is model aircraft. Model aircraft. This is, you don't need to touch. It's pretty much the stuff that your ground crew or your mission commander will do to make sure that your aircraft flight performance is fit to your mission. You don't need to touch it now. Okay, so mission setup, as always, you don't need to touch it. Mission page setup, I don't really know how it works. Pref default doesn't work. Flight plan management, we'll go through in another video. It's in, also you can add it in this page also. Flight plan management. Alternate management, exactly not gonna touch today, but this is just for navigation purpose. Of course, if you want to get more deep about this part of the CDU, you can go to the CH47 driver. That was pretty famous in the DCS CH47 field. You know, he knows more about this than me, and I recommend you just go to see his video. You just search in the YouTube for the tutorial and you see the 47 drivers that's posting stuff. That is pretty good. Thank you. And maintenance, this is stuff for maintainer. You don't need to touch it. This doesn't work. TSA symbology doesn't work. So this is pretty much how you do with the index page of the DCS CH47F Chinook. And thank you for the watching. I see you later.